Hello! Konnichiwa minasan. Annyeonghaseyo 여러분. Welcome back. I hope you're sane because I'm just going insane. I just literally thought of that now. Did you like my intro? Because I like it. So welcome back to a new episode of Jess Going Insane Podcast with Jess, yours truly. Hello everyone, how are you? For today's episode, we're actually tackling something that I'm currently experiencing right now, my friends are experiencing right now, and if you are also experiencing this right now. Again, disclaimer, if you hear a lot of background noise, I apologize for that. But you know what? You gotta deal with it. If you're already in the third episode, you might as well be used to it, because I am. So, for today's episode, like what I mentioned earlier, I think this is something a lot of people have been experiencing, and personally I've been experiencing, and that's when life is quote unquote getting boring. And I'm gonna dive right into it. First, life is getting boring because girl, boy, bakla, tomboy, batiki, baboy, chanak, onggoy, you already have a routine. You already have something that's established. You have something that's sustainable, and you're able to be flexible. So I had to constantly remind myself that the only constant thing in this world is change. And once we accept that change, it is firstly, it is really uncomfortable. It is very difficult to accept. Sometimes we're in a bargaining stage in our life, like, if I had this, I wouldn't take this for granted anymore. No, there was a reason why you're going through that. Sometimes it is the consequences of our actions, but mostly it is for our self-growth, and life isn't getting boring. You just have a routine, and you're trying to be sustainable, you're trying to be flexible, and you have to constantly accept that things will change. And sometimes having a mindset that's whatever happens works sometimes. So my second point is, we really forget we're living in certain prayers, because when we pray for certain things, I believe that God chooses strong people because He knows you or me or we can handle it. But there are times I'm like, Lord, me again. And it's okay to think like that, because change is constantly happening to the extent that it's difficult to accept. It's difficult to understand. Why is it always me? No? Let me give you an example. Growing up, I had very, 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 very questionable choices in romance. Are we trauma dumping now? Maybe. Are you ready? You have no choice. You're listening, but do you have a choice? Yes, you do. I was dating this person when I was 18. Oh my god! When you're in love, you go above and beyond. I personally went above and beyond. And slowly it got toxic. Slowly we weren't really aligned anymore. And he wasn't in a good mental state. And I would say, because of his disposition, of his emotions, of how he was, it also affected me badly. To an extent that I was really closed off with my friends. And the people around me were reaching out, are you okay? There's more you distancing yourself from us happening more than us catching up. And I would constantly say, oh, my relationship's okay, oh, my relationship's fine. It really wasn't. And not that I hate myself for allowing it to happen, but I was naive, I was very gullible. I allowed things to happen. And I remember when he broke things off, I was crying my eyes out. I wasn't able to get out of my bed because I think that was my first ever heartbreak. It reached to a point that I was crying to my mom. I was like, Mommy, wala na me. Or in English, we broke up. It's so gross thinking about it. I prayed. I was like, Lord, can you please, if this person is really for me, take him away if he's not. And the Lord did exactly just that. The universe is like, you know what, let's take him out of your life. I was in a slump for months. My friends who witnessed me during the breakup was I'm sorry guys, you had to deal with me. I was a wreck. And I forgot that I was living in that certain prayer that if he wasn't for me, take him out of my life. He wasn't serving me right anymore. And I wanted that peace so bad to an extent that I was going through a phase where I had to cut my hair, I had to let go of certain things because first love sucks, no? And maybe I'll be talking about it on another episode. But I'm highlighting this area because I prayed so much. I prayed that he would be out of my life because he was causing me so much distress. He affected my family, my social life, my mental health to an extent that I was not myself after that relationship. I gave so much of my heart. And what did I get in return? I had to heal myself. Okay, next! So, showing up sometimes is embarrassing. I think in university or in college, we experience that a lot. To an extent that we wake up, we don't want to show up to our class, and we just stay there, we're mentally absent, but we're physically present. And then suddenly, Allah, there's something to pass next meeting, there's a quiz, and you didn't prep for it, and it's embarrassing. And I placed it here that we create our own demons that sometimes are stronger than we can handle. And no one really cares. If they do, it says more about them than you. And I hope you let that sink. Honestly, when you're crying out of exhaustion, out of embarrassment, out of like exasperation, frustration, you just have to remember that firstly, you are living in certain prayers that you prayed for, and don't mishandle it. You have to take a few steps back and you need to breathe. Secondly, you really need to remind yourself why. Why am I going through this? Why is it always me? But jokes aside, you have to remember why you started. Why you're in that relationship. Why are you choosing this job? Why are you choosing to be in that disposition of your life? And then you really need to find healthy ways to cope. Because staying in your goddamn room crying your eyes out isn't going to help. If you're going through something, talking does help. This is an open letter to people who are exhausted, who people feel like they're lost. I hope you know your efforts are appreciated. I hope you know that you waking up today is something to be proud of. And those little things in life, we shouldn't turn a blind eye on because those things build our day. We are able to control or regulate our emotions to an extent that if we feel sad, let ourselves be sad, let ourselves be angry, crash out, but not to an extent that it's going to dictate your life. It's going to be a routine because it's not healthy. But do not be hard on yourself. Do not be difficult when you're already in a difficult situation. Know how to find a right space. For example, your mind. Speak positively, speak kindly. And I pray that whatever you're going through, you're able to surpass it. Because this too shall pass. Wow! I really hope that once you're able to finish this podcast, you feel like your shoulders are a little bit lighter. I feel like you're listening to this while you're doing something, you're cleaning or you're commuting. And I can provide that kind of comfort because we're besties here, yo. I don't encourage parasocial relationship. But I want to be a comfort towards other people because I was very mean to myself And I forgot that the kindness that I give to people, I also deserve to give that to myself. Anyways, everyone, I hope you guys stay sane because I'm just going insane. You can check out my other videos on my YouTube. It is at JCSSCLYN. I post vlogs there, my school projects. I also have a Facebook page and Instagram, hopefully, that I will be reactivating anytime soon. Thank you so much for listening. Bye!